What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and today we're going to be talking about some more potential information about the next Call of Duty game. Now, first up, side note, I may sound a little bit different here. That's because I got myself a new microphone. I sound a little bit deeper, a little bit bassier, a little bit more manly for you guys. But anyway, yeah, it's a much better microphone. I got some, professional software and stuff, got it all set up. It's really good, and it's definitely a step in the right direction for our channel. I'm constantly looking for ways to improve my content for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy. It's a little bit weird to listen to at first, but we'll get used to it, and it's better for us in the long run. So anyway, what we're going to be talking about in this video is we may have some more information on what the next Call of Duty will entail, because believe it or not, the reveal is actually creeping up on us in a way. I mean, it's March already, and usually they'll start teasing the next game around late April, and then they'll announce it in early May with the NBA playoffs and things like that. So, at most, that's only 2 months away. And then on top of the official announcements, we always get some sort of leak, like some website, Tiger Direct or freaking, Target or, whatever it is. They'll post some article or some product or something early to where we find out what it is even before Activision tells us. So, usually that stuff's even a couple of weeks early. So we could be weeks away from finding out exactly what the next Call of Duty game is, which is way sooner than I thought it would be. And that's kind of exciting. Now, yesterday, there was a Destination PlayStation event where Sony's retail, first-party, and third-party publishers talk about the future titles on the PlayStation platform. There's this guy on Twitter called Lokioler. Charlie Intel found him. I'll link the article down in the description. But he posted some information that he allegedly discussed with his boss, who was attending that event. So these are his tweets. He said, "Got the rundown from my boss on some Destination PlayStation stuff. New Call of Duty sounds awesome. One scene he described took place on the Golden Gate Bridge. He couldn't remember the game's subtitle, but he thinks it was Blacksmith. He said it looked really realistic with great physics, and I'm guessing Blacksmith is the internal name, like Titan was for Black Ops 2. And if you guys remember, I think Phantom was that name for Ghosts, and then I think Black Ops 2 also went by Iron Wolf. If you guys remember, I did that video back in Modern Warfare 3 and things like that. So these games always have internal names, and the code name for this next game is probably Blacksmith. Now, he went on to say, also, it's the next entry in the Modern Warfare series, apparently. I wish I had gone. I would have retained the info better. And then finally, just a little bonus tweet for you guys. Rockstar had something amazing to show, but they bailed at the last minute. Expect an E3 announcement from them this year, likely GTA 5 on next gen. That is absolutely amazing, but that's not what this video is about. So, according to this guy, the next Call of Duty will take place, at least in part, in the US. It's going to have great realism and physics. It's codenamed Blacksmith, and most importantly, it will be the 4th installment of the Modern Warfare series. Now, as you guys know, you can't trust or believe everything that you hear on the internet. This could be a crazed fan, although it does seem a little bit more professional than something like a 12-year-old, fanboy would put together. So I'm not sure that it's something made up here. It seems a little bit more professional, although we can't really believe it. But there are some reasons why I think that this is at least plausible. I'm not going to tell you guys this is true, but I do think it's plausible. So first up, the great graphics and physics are a no-brainer. Of course that's going to be in the game, because this is going to be the first Call of Duty developed first for the next-gen consoles. The next-gen consoles are going to be the ones it's developed for, and then it's going to be ported to the last gen. So it's going to be made with all those, hardware specifics and, all the new technology and the next-gen consoles in mind, and then it's going to be dumbed down for the previous-gen consoles. That's not how Infinity Ward could do it with Call of Duty Ghosts, unfortunately. The game definitely could be a lot better in terms of graphics and things that they could have done, but they had to focus on the previous gen consoles first because it was coming out on those first, and then they ported it over to the next gen. So this year, next gen comes first, previous gen comes later. So it's definitely going to have a lot more power. There's going to be a lot more behind it. They're going to have a lot more to work with in this game. Now, the second reason why I think this may be possible is because originally, I thought it would be weird that Infinity Ward would just give up the Modern Warfare series and let Sledgehammer take it, because, when you think of COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, etc., you think Infinity Ward. That's just, those two go together perfectly. They're branded together. You think Infinity Ward when you look at those games, but when you take a look at Ghosts, especially with the end of the campaign, it's pretty apparent there's going to be a Ghost 2. They left it wide open for a sequel, and I expect there to be a Ghost 2 in 2016, but, yeah, it looks like Infinity Ward is now going to stick with the Ghost series, and it makes sense that they would dish off that Modern Warfare series to Sledgehammer, because Sledgehammer was helping them work on Modern Warfare 3 with the single player. I think they made all of the single player, and then I think they might have helped a little bit on the multiplayer. So that's kind of an easy, a more intuitive transition there. So that makes sense. Now, finally, the last reason why I think this is possible is I questioned why all this would be shown at a PlayStation event. You know, you guys know that Activision has a partnership with Microsoft where, you know, it's all exclusive, all the DLC comes out first. Other stuff happens with Xbox, like with the Ghosts multiplayer reveal that was presented by Xbox. It was a big event put on by Xbox, things like that. They're always Xbox, Xbox, Xbox. So why would they be showing this first at a PlayStation event? Well, guess what? Activision signed that exclusivity contract with Microsoft in 2010. It was a 3-year deal, and it ended with Ghosts. Now, there's a chance they could renew it, and they may have already renewed it. I'm not sure. I haven't really heard anything about that, and I tried to do some research. I didn't see anything. But there's also a chance that they won't extend that contract, and they're no longer going to be tied only with Microsoft. And that means, A, why not show off the game and tease it a little bit at this PlayStation event? I mean, technically, PlayStation is the slightly more powerful console, so why not show the game in its best possible form? You know, that makes sense. And then also, B, even more exciting, we may not have a delay in DLC on the PlayStation side of things next year. So that's pretty exciting. Again, don't get your hopes up too much because that may not be true. I don't know. They may have renewed the contract and things like that, but it is a possibility, which is good because I hate seeing half the community have to wait. But yeah, I don't want to say that this guy is telling the truth here because we really don't know, but it's definitely possible. It's one of the better looking rumors that we've seen recently. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think about Call of Duty Iron Smith being the next game in the Modern Warfare series? Did you want to see like a Modern Warfare 4 type game? Did you want them to go back to you know, maybe World War II or even before that? I'm not sure, but let me know what you guys think. No matter what it is, I am very excited to see what Sledgehammer can do, and I'm sure we're going to be seeing more very, very soon. So as information continues to leak out over the coming weeks and next month or so, I'll be sure to cover all of it for you guys, so make sure you keep checking back. Thank you guys so much for watching. Catch you all later. Check out one of the 2 videos if you haven't seen yet. Peace out.